That was the seed though, Mike, because I trusted her. Why wouldn't I? She was like the pinnacle of teachers. Like if you could climb that mountain, if you could break that seal,
Yeah.
and then you're doing okay. Because she was, like I said, she was as hard nosed as they get. But that was the seed, and that's what teachers are in our life. It may come from the most unlikely person that we come across. It may be the most unlikely situation
Exactly.
that a person that we meet because of the uniqueness of it. Think about this, Mike. Every teacher, even if the ones you didn't like, each one had their own personal qualities. Each one had their own little idiosyncrasies. Everyone had their own little habits.
Yeah,
Everything about them was different. You tell me, if you produce an AI robot, how many of them are actually going to be different?
definitely. That's a good
They're not
question
going to be
there.
any difference.
Yeah.
The same robot that's going to be in Pablo's class is going to be the same robot that's in Maria's class. There's no difference.
So
So I think people,
exactly, they won't be able actually to react
they're
to the
cookie.
way that the students learn.
Right. Now, here's the reason why that's dark. Okay, 'cause I know one of the things you said you want to, prior to going on the show, you talked about you want to venture into the dark side of AI,
Yes.
right? Well, here's one of the things about the dark side of AI. Okay, well, there's this thing called the Shoggoth. Are you familiar with the Shoggoth?
Shaggoth? No,
Hmm.
please give me a
Okay,
little
so
bit about it.
it's a
Go
it's a,
ahead.
it's a creature in one of the Lovecraft stories, right? And the Shoggoth is essentially a monster, but it doesn't look like a monster to you. It looks like a something that's very appealing to you. And it'll say it won't show its claws, it won't show its teeth to you. It looks very pleasant. It'll say very pleasant things to you, but in reality, what it wants to do is it wants to kill you. It wants to devour you. It wants to eat you alive.
Kind
And
of
I might be a
a
little bit off. And all you, any Lovecraft people watching this, you can comment below and correct me on where I'm off on the Shoggoth. But the Shoggoth exists in AI. It does. It literally does. And maybe after this show, you should Google it. What how it actually works in AI, because it'll tell you what you want to hear.
yeah.
It'll make you feel good about you. You ask it a question, it'll give you the answer it thinks that you want to hear, and it makes you feel encouraged. It's built that way. But in reality, if
Wow.
you peel back the layers, it's actually dishonest. So the AI will, for all its great qualities and all its goodness and all its good practicality in education and helping you tailor lessons or whatever else, if you peel back some, if you just keep it within the parameters, you're good. If you try to go outside and put too much trust in the AI, it will lie to you.
Exactly. So,
Absolutely lie to
yeah.
you.
Ooh.
And
So
that's
that
what you
actually is
got to be
quite
careful
scary.
with.
Yeah,
Yes, it
that's pretty
is.
scary, man. Because actually,
Yes, it
what's gonna
is.
happen right now? Let's take the example of students who wants to learn English, Spanish, or any other language, and they just come and says, "Okay, I'm gonna just study. I'm gonna just practice with this AI."
Mhm.
AI is going to enhance actually learning instead of creating dependency, or it will create dependency instead of enhancing the learning.
Yes, that's the thing. It replaces the thinking. That is the biggest issue I see with students using AI, is that it replaces their effort and thinking of the answer and coming up with it their own, recalling it on their own, solving it on their own, because the reliance on AI is going to weaken their ability to do that. So the
Mhm.
more they're out in the real world, excuse me, and they're out trying to, make their way, and they're trying to show that they're the better candidate for a job, and they're given a scenario and they come up with some like silly answer, they won't know how to answer it. I could tell you this just from, I don't know if you've been doing any interviews over the last couple of years or not, but they're getting better at doing interviews with certain people, especially virtual interviews, because they know that people are going to want to use AI during their certain tasks that they give you. So,
Yeah.
like, I did one recently, right? And there was they were sitting there on the document while I was working on it to make sure that I
Yeah.
was the one typing it and not doing like a copy and paste deal,
Wow.
because people are dishonest, and the the use of AI is so simple and so easy and so quick that a student will automatically, that's their go-to. Just like you would like with anything else, you grab your laptop and you go to work. And for them, that's how that using the AI to come up with
Exactly.
an answer is their go-to instead of them actually doing it. And
So
that's a big
everything will
problem.
depends on people then. Everything will
Yeah.
depends on people, on students then, because everything is ethical. I mean, how ethic you are. I mean, how you gonna actually implement it? How you gonna use it? We're gonna find actually dishonest people or honest people here. Same
Yeah.
with everything.
There's an over reliance. And in college, I know that they're cracking down on people who for turning in work. I saw this interview, I think it was on TV, of this professor, and I don't want to misstate which university, but she was talking about it and saying this is a very, very big problem at the university level because they have to have really like super AI to analyze every piece of work that comes through to detect whether or not it was written by AI or not. They have to do
Wow,
that because the students are writing, or they're not even writing their own work. They're using AI, and AI is getting better at trying to
that's
evade
the
that
word.
detection. So it's just like this constant ebb and flow, this constant push and pull, where people are trying to get an edge, and they're trying to use AI to to acquire that edge, but in doing so, they're being dishonest because they're not doing the
Exactly.
legwork themselves. And I look, I've earned my for me like I people can criticize me for using it for lesson planning or whatever. I put 25 years into this career. I know how to do a lesson plan. I've been doing them for a very long time by hand. So for me to use an AI right now is just I'm just trying to
Time
uh
saver.
I'm looking at the longevity of my career. I don't
Yeah,
want to burn out and then retire at the age I'm supposed to retire. I might
exactly.
want to keep going. And if I preserve myself this way, I will keep going, you know? And that's the difference, I think. So that's how I justify, at least I did in my head. I don't know. That's how I justify it in my head about using it or not. But I think the younger someone is, I think this landscape's a little different for them.
No, definitely. I don't know if you've actually tried this one now that you say that AI might not be that good in talking about the dark side, but
Shamus.
a couple of months ago, I was actually just doing something. I was writing something. I don't remember what it was, but I was actually just an idea coming out of my head. I was just like writing, and then suddenly I send it, and my colleague says, "Hey, Mike, this is AI," and I'm like, "Are you crazy? I just did it." It's like, "No, I'll check it." I swear, I wrote it. Ideas coming out from my hand. And I'm just suddenly he just go with the phone and start like checking, and it says it's 99% AI.
Yeah, it's not.
What?
That's crazy. I always say this to people: it's like, yeah, I
Have you
cannot
tried
write
that
as good
one?
as me.
Have you
I,
have you tried
I
that
have
one?
not.
Yeah,
I
one of
have
these
not, but I
days
have been
you do
accused of
it.
using AI. I have been accused of writing using AI. I'm a
Try to
much
do
better
that.
writer than AI.
Try
So,
try to do it. Try to do it. And then you take a picture and check and ask
let's
AI
see.
to analyze it if it's AI. We did it.
Wow.
I did it, and then my other colleagues start doing it, and they start writing something, whatever. And then I just took it. Oh, AI, 99%. And I'm like, what?
Wow. Wow. That's the dark side, man. And you know what? That could cost somebody their job. That could cost somebody
Of
a
course.
chance to get a job.
Exactly.
And that's not fair because you're not being dishonest, but the AI, the reliance that the other side is having on AI is saying, "Oh, this person is using AI," and it's not true.
At this point, everything in the AI world came from us. So
Yeah.
right now, everything in the AI came from us. They already know that. So whatever we write, it will be interpreted as it was AI made, AI written.
Well, there's only one way around that, Mike. Let's say like for example, an essay, right? Let's say I'm your professor, you turn in an essay, right? 5, 10 page essay, let's say. Okay. The only way around that is for me to actually sit down and talk to you. Say, okay, Mike, tell me what's in this essay. Talk to me about what was going
Exactly.
on. And you have to tell me because you spent the last week writing it, right? Right? So you can tell me all the details that are in it.
Exactly.
And that's one way I could skirt around relying on
First,
AI,
yeah.
because if the student is able to tell me what's in that essay, and I go and read that essay and say, yeah, I think Mike really did write this essay because he knew all the
Mhm.
stuff. You
Exactly.
know, that's the only way around it,
Well,
honestly.
that's one of them. But now, I actually tell you, try to do that with your students, maybe, or with anyone, with the colleagues. Write something, whatever you want that came out from your head, and then just take a picture and ask the AI if that was AI written or something like it. And you'll
No, no, I'm
see.
going to do that. I'm going to try
And
that.
it'll say that it's 99.9% AI.
That's
So right
crazy,
now,
man.
yeah, I got shocked because even my colleagues in the university, we were actually doing it. And then I just went to the kindergarten and I was talking with the other colleagues and we started doing it and everybody got shocked. I was like, what? So we're all robots now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, listen, I did this experiment with a completely different chat GPT, and I destroyed it. I deleted it after I was done with it. But I had made this chat GPT as completely separate GPT,
Hmm.
and I fed every piece of published work I've ever done into it, right? Everything that I've ever done from way back in the day to now. And I was tested to see if it would write as well as I could write. Like I wanted to see if it would mimic my writing style. Like it could it have all the little, humorous things and all the stuff that
Yeah.
I was really surprised at how close it got. It got really close to just how I write. So someone could train an AI to write like you could train an AI to write like you, and use some of the same. And you got to prompt it. I mean, you got to develop this
There's a
thing. It
prompt
takes
actually
time.
that can do that.
You got
Yeah.
to, you can really feed it into and create and really all that stuff becomes you. I essentially cloned to myself is what I did just as an experiment. And I did this for a couple of months and really wanted to see if it could write as well as I could write. I was pleasantly surprised that it could write pretty well. But I
Wow.
wasn't I wasn't 100% on it. I was like, yeah, no, I wouldn't have said it like this. Because I would tell it like I want to write about this, and I gave it specific out. I would give it an outline of what I wanted to see if it would do it. It was close, but no cigar.
Wow. But yeah, it's
Hmm.
very scary anyway, all this thing that you're
But
actually saying and the examples that we're sharing here, it's quite scary. And that's the
and
dark
and that's
side,
that's
definitely.
right now, Mike. What about in 5 years from now?
20, 20, 30. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5 years
Just
from
around the
now,
corner.
that
Yeah.
AI will not only sound like me. I mean, we'll be able to. Who
It
knows
will
what
be
kind of
you.
capabilities? It will be me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll be having this conversation with an AI that's you think it's me, and it'll sound exactly like me. It'll be just like I'm
Jesus.
talking to you. You'll be like,
Yeah, it's
JD,
already.
Jose, is
Yeah,
that you?
exactly. It's already, you know what? There's an app called CapCut. It's actually to
Mhm.
make videos and all that, pretty nice. And now it has an AI option there, and it's actually copy your voice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've
And
cloned
now
my
you can
voice.
have, wow.
I've cloned my voice. I have a clone of my voice. It doesn't sound. I don't think it sounds like me at all. My wife says, "Yeah, it kind of does." I'm like, "Nah, I don't think it does." I'm not sold on it. I've
Yeah.
cloned other people's voices
Yeah.
and it sounds like them. And now I only clone certain people's voices because they're no longer with us, right?
Oh,
And I
got
got permission from their families to do it,
it. Got it.
because I do these fiction podcasts. And I don't know if you ever listened to the other podcasts I do
Yes,
or
yeah, yeah.
not.
You got another one. Yeah, you told me actually the last show about this one, the storage one or something like it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, some of the people that were the original voice actors, they passed away. So I asked the families if I could use their what
Their
voice
voice.
samples that I have and clone them for this new series that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, I think you would want that. I'm like, okay, cool. So,
Well,
and it sounds like a
that's the
lot.
positive
But
thing, about AI.
yeah, but the only other thing is like there's certain way as a director, like I want it to sound a certain way. Like if you want somebody to sound angry, you want a certain cadence in their voice, and the AI doesn't quite do it the way you want it. So it still sounds robotic.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'm
definitely.
limited.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it's not gonna actually take over everything. Yeah, it will actually find a solution to many of the things that we actually need in a classroom, outside the classroom, in the paperwork. But cloning to the point that we can just lay down on our beds and let an AI do the class,
Um,
it's
I don't know, Mike. At least I don't see it yet.
yeah.
I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet because look, there are robots that are able to do surgery now.
Yes.
And there were
Yes. Yes.
doctors that
Yes.
actually prefer to use certain robots and AI robots to for really microscopic type of surgeries. Um, but I think most people aren't comfortable with that.
Yeah, of
There's
course.
something about it that doesn't it loses the human touch. It loses its spiritual
Trust.
spus. It's missing something. It's missing the
Yeah.
soul. So I think that's what's going to win the day for us as humans. Robots don't
Trust.
have souls. They don't
Yeah.
have souls.
Yeah. Exactly.
And for all of our flaws and for all the things we do to each other and all the distrust we have for each other, at the end of the day, I think we trust a robot far less.
Are your students struggling to write a complete sentence? Do beginner English learners need more support putting their thoughts on paper? Writing Journey for Beginners is the textbook designed to build writing confidence, step by step. Beginner English learners deserve more than just basic practice. They need tools that build confidence and real writing skills. Writing Journey for Beginners starts where your students are, correcting sentence fragments, fixing run-ons, and understanding the building blocks of grammar. From there, it guides them step by step into crafting complete sentences, developing their ideas, and becoming stronger, more independent writers. It's not just a workbook, it's a pathway to progress. Created for middle school, high school, and adult ESL learners. It's clear, interactive, and built with the classroom and the busy student in mind. Writing Journey for Beginners, unlocking the writer in every student, one confident sentence at a time. Available now on Amazon and at iwtle.com.
The trust is the key word here.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. You're not gonna actually trust a robot to go surgery over your body and all that.
But as AI becomes more common, Mike, it's going to be harder and harder for people to make that distinction, and they're going to start
Definitely.
accepting it. One of the things that really worry me, I think the idea of a robot replacing a teacher might still happen in some form, but I'm more concerned about an AI robot replacing each another human being. Like I'm starting to see
Oh yeah.
these lifelike robots where men are purchasing them to like have a companion. Wink, wink. We know what that
Oh
means.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It already happened. It already
It's
happened.
already
Yeah.
here. There are men
Yeah.
buying these things. I don't know if women are buying male versions. I'm sure there
It
are.
happened. It happened. I actually saw
Um,
it in one of these fair in Shenzhen, China, and I saw it in
uh
Tokyo, in Japan. They already have it there.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. That
So it's
was
like
mind blowing.
they don't care about love anymore. They don't care about that
No.
human can. They just want to have a companion. And the thing talks to you, man. The thing talks to you. It's weird. Like it's to me, that's really freaky.
Of
It's really
course.
weird. But
It
as time
really
goes
is.
on, but here's the thing: like if people become used to it
Hmm.
down the road, maybe this generation isn't quite there yet, in spite of all their, obsessions with TikTok and whatnot.
Yeah.
Maybe the following generations behind them will become so used to robots being around. Dad doesn't have a new wife. Dad has a robot companion, and so
Uh-huh.
they become part of the family. Then I think we
Jesus.
might be having a different
Oh my
conversation
goodness.
down the road. Yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
my
No, hey,
goodness.
I don't think you were thinking that we would head that direction, but
No.
this is where
Jesus.
we are, man. This is where we are as a world. I'm not even going to say a
Whoa.
society. That's as a world.
As a world,
That's
yeah.
where we are because the world's it's way more complex now than I think it's ever been in history, in my opinion.
It
And
sounds
and
so utopic.
yeah, well, yeah, because the complexity of life it demands solutions. It demands it. The same way we demand it in a classroom, in a schoolhouse, where the principal is saying, I'm looking at these numbers, they're horrible. I need my staff to turn it around and get these kids' reading scores up, blah, blah, blah. It demands the
Hmm.
change. It demands action.
Yeah,
And in a society, in a world where men are feeling a certain way about things and relationships, they demand something. They demand a change. They demand a reaction.
yeah,
And this is their solution. So,
yeah.
if down the road we're having this conversation down the road about teachers being replaced by robots, it's because the situation demands it. Right now, it doesn't.
Exactly.
But better believe there's a sign on the road.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Traveling
just
is a dead end. This is a dead end road, Mike.
yeah, exactly.
If they want to keep going down that road, we're gonna go
No,
off a
it's
cliff.
crazy. Yeah,
So
now
let's
you made
not
me
go down
remember
this
that
road,
one.
everybody. Let's not
Hopefully.
go down this road. Embrace AI as a tool. Use it while you can, okay? And maybe we can
Yeah,
steer the ship better.
yeah, exactly.
That's
So
my
now that we're just in that part and just coming to the end of this amazing time talking with you,
mm.
which current teaching practices right now do you think will disappear by 2030?
Lectures.
Mm,
I think, especially with the older
why
grades,
is
and
that?
because attention spans. Students
Mm,
don't have the attention spans anymore. They don't want to hear you talk for 20 minutes about the American Revolution.
Jesus, that's so sad.
They don't want to hear. They don't want to hear a big, long-winded breakdown text analysis about Shakespeare. You're not going to keep their attention long enough. You're going to be talking to yourself, you know? And yeah, you may be the tenured professor at blah, blah university. And yeah, you may have, a nice, big, giant, semi amphitheater style uh, classroom with 250 students listening to you. But you better believe they're not actually listening to you. So, again, as I was saying, like the situation has to demand the change. It has to demand it, and that's what the solution. That's when you're going to find the solution for that. I think
Exactly.
society isn't prepared to make to sever itself from the technology that we've come to depend on, and I think teachers, as we see that our students are becoming more and more dependent on it, by default, we have to become more dependent on it because if we don't,
Hmm.
we're going to be completely left behind. And
Yeah,
we're going to find ourselves in a room full of students and we can't relate to, we can't connect with, and we can't teach. And that's a problem, a big problem. So I'm just saying this to all the teachers out there. Yeah, you have reason to be afraid of it. Yeah, there's a dark side to it. Sure, it's not comfortable. None of us. This is very unsettling. But
exactly.
we turning a blind eye to it is not the answer. Absolutely not.
Definitely.
Um, if you trust the computer, like there's a lot of people that use self-driving cars. I get it.
Yeah. No,
You don't
oh,
want the
that's another
education.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want the education system to be a self-driving car. You don't because then you're really not going to. We're already losing a lot of human connection as it is. You
Yeah.
know, the human connection is extremely valuable on so many different levels because our society depends on it. You know, think about it. Our society in general depends on human connection.
Yeah.
And the more we sever human connection, it started with, TikTok and all that stuff. Maybe before that, Facebook.
Yeah.
We think we're connecting, but we're actually severing. And I
Yeah.
think that's the great trickery of technologies. We think that it's making things better, but they're actually keeping us further apart, which has a whole different set of problems,
Hmm.
sociological problems
Definitely.
that we may not have the tools to fix down the road because wouldn't know how to because we can't separate ourselves from the technology we become dependent on, right?
Yeah.
So I think at this point we need to really listen to the wise people in our midst. There's a lot of people that are ringing the alarm bells that are not being heard or being ignored.
Yeah.
I think we should listen to the wise among us and not just people like me and you, but there are people that are bigger heads than us. They're older people with more
Yeah.
experience than us that are saying other things that we should really pay mind to and listen to what they're saying because
Definitely.
the students, if we don't listen to them, the adults in the room, if we don't listen to them, students aren't going to listen to us either
Yeah.
when
That's
it
pretty
comes to their turn. Let's face it, Mike, you and
shocking.
I, our time here is finite, right?
Yeah.
We are on this platform. We have our YouTube channels respectively. We talk about these really incredible and very important issues, but there will come a day when you and I are too old to do this and we will retire and we'll go off into the sunset and we're going to pass it on whether we want to or not. And
Hmm.
other people will fill the void and God only knows what that'll
What's
look
gonna
like,
happen? Yeah,
man.
exactly.
So we have to be the ones to bang the drums to, point. If we don't have the answer, we got to point the direction to the people that do have the answer and until someone notices, and until someone is inspired, until someone comes up to that teacher who's like a cactus And that
Yes.
teacher says to that student, you know, one day you could be a teacher too. I could see you. You have the qualities of a teacher.
Yeah.
And that person will grow up and say, you know what? I had this teacher named Mike who said something to
Exactly.
me. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Yeah, no, no, be a problem. I'm being serious.
No,
And
definitely. Man,
and that teacher Mike told me XYZ, and I believed him, and now I'm here. And that's the legacy that people like us and all the teachers that are watching, and all the educators and administrators that are watching your show. That's the legacy, man. That's why we do this, because this is a temporary position that we have. An AI does not have a temporary position. An AI is
definitely.
permanent. It'll outlive you. It doesn't have a soul. And the only thing that's going to separate us from the machines is that human connection. We can't let that severance continue.
You
We
know,
can't.
I really like actually the message that you're actually just spreading right now. I love it because it is like that, as a teacher, that example that you actually gave it from yourself, that you had a teacher one time, that teacher told you you can be a good teacher. Same thing
Mhm.
actually happened to me. But a student told me one time, I would like to be like you, teacher. I want to be like a
Mm.
teacher like you one day. Nika
Yeah.
is my student, a student from Russia. If she's listening to me, thank you very much. These your words, Jose, really remind me about that moment when she said that. And now she is a multilingual teacher.
Wow. Wow. So
It is
you
beautiful.
see,
Yeah.
you know, I think most of us have those types of situations, but
Yeah.
most of us don't know it. Like, I don't know. I've been teaching a long time, so I have no idea how many students I've affected in my past in other schools that have now come into this realm. Maybe it didn't have anything to do with me. Maybe it did.
No, for sure.
Whatever the case may be, like I'm sure that there's some. It has to be,
Yes.
you know. But I don't like. For me, if that ever comes, and there has been some that have come back to see me, say, Mr. Torres, you know, whatever, and that's very heartwarming. But I think it's like that old adage, you know, you plant the seed to grow a tree that you won't live long enough to sit under its shade.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's how I view my career. Like I'm planting seeds to trees that will produce great shade that I will never sit under,
Exactly.
because that's my role. You know,
Yeah.
that's my role, is to plant
And
those
that will
seeds.
never be replaced. That
Not by
role
an
will
AI,
never be.
man.
No,
Not by a
im
robot.
impossible. So before coming actually to the end of this beautiful, beautiful time, actually, great time talking to you. I would like
Yeah,
to give a little bit of a promotional time.
sure.
This book that I actually just showed you here some time ago,
Hmm.
AI in ELT, written by Vicky Samuel and Belén Albarracin. They were actually writing it. They wrote this book, and it's amazing. Everything about AI, how to do prompting and how to do that. Please, if you actually just check this video, there's a 20% discount on this one. Do not miss it. This one is beautiful for us as teachers or
Mike,
students. Do it.
is it on Amazon?
Is on Amazon. Yes, is on Amazon. And there's also a link to the website straight. You can download it and pay it there with a 20% discount as well.
I think I will do that, Mike.
Oh, that would be
If
amazing.
it's
That
if,
would be
if it's
really good.
digital, hey, you know what I'm
There's
gonna do
also
if it's
digital,
digital?
yeah. Digital
If
and yeah,
if
hardcover.
I can get
Yeah.
it on digital, I'll load it into my AI chat.
That's it.
How's that for irony for you, huh?
That was beautiful, man. So go ahead, go for it. And before coming to the end, please, Jose,
Yeah.
would you mind actually sharing your contact, your
Oh yes.
social media, your website? I know actually you have also a couple of books or some booklets over there that can be downloaded from your website as well. Would you please tell us a little bit about it?
Well, sure. My website is iwtle.com. It's an acronym for I want to learn English. Everything about me you can find there, including social media contacts. I don't have a digital form of the textbook that I have because it's meant for in person, like classroom stuff. But you can buy it at a discount. It's a pretty good discount on rather than getting it from Amazon. There's a textbook for level 1, and by the way, Mike, I am working on a level 2 textbook.
Ooh.
But because I'm not using AI, Mike, it's taking me a little longer to do it.
No, that's a good one.
I'm not using
Yes,
AI to produce my level two.
exactly.
Um, so it's taking me a little bit longer. Otherwise, I would probably already had it out,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in the works. I also have a writing journey for beginners book. It's kind of like a wedge between. There's a lot big emphasis on writing.
Mm.
That's also on Amazon and on my website. But really, there's a lot of articles and other resources, and there are some downloadables there to check
Are
out.
you you're in LinkedIn, YouTube? You got your YouTube
I'm on
channel as
LinkedIn,
well.
YouTube. Yeah, yep.
What about
I'll,
Instagram?
I am on Instagram at JVMYKA. It's my
Are
personal
you?
one. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know
I have
that.
way more followers than I follow people because I don't really spend a lot of time on that on Instagram. I probably should.
Please.
But
Yes, I
yeah,
think so.
it's if you want like a glimpse into my world, I think one of my recent posting was my wife and I went to go see Inter Miami play. They came and played in my hometown
Oh,
here or in my town here. We got to see Messi score a goal up close. It was really
oh,
fantastic. And my wife was like, she was videotaping it right so with her phone, and you can see you can see the phone angle go up because when he scored, she went
wow.
it's very, yeah, it's
Messi fan.
yeah. My wife's a big Messi fan, big Messi fan. So
Awesome.
for anybody out there who's a Cristiano fan, no offense, Cristiano
Yeah,
has
yeah, yeah.
Cristiano's a great player too. Nobody's taking that from
Yeah.
him. So
It's
and
good
the
actually.
World Cup's
You
going on.
always try to do the things.
I'm dating this video because the World Cup is still ongoing right now.
Yeah.
So
It's so funny actually. We're talking about Messi, but you don't want to actually sound offensive to the Cristiano Ronaldo ones
well, no,
fans.
it's
So
so
it's
contentious,
fair
and I don't
enough.
know why. My wife and I were talking about that. I'm like, why is you guys so contentious about it? It's like you're either in one camp or you're in another camp. I don't have any skin in the game personally,
Yeah.
because I mean I'm not a big soccer fan, but I have been watching the World Cup. I'm
Cool.
not gonna lie.
Awesome. Hey, now that you said that you're gonna have your second book, it would be a privilege if you can actually share the link and I can just put it on my website as well, so people can just go over there and try to download it. And I can put it also on the YouTube channel.
No, I take it back. There is a downloadable version of the book. It
Mhm.
is on Teachers Pay Teachers. Are you familiar with that
Oh
site?
yeah, of course. I'm on Teacher Pay
So
Teachers.
if you look up on Teachers Pay Teachers, I want to learn English, you can download the book in units. So I take it back. There is
Oh,
a digital form.
okay.
I don't know why I didn't. I'm sorry. I get royalties, so and I just realized. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, I get some stuff from Teachers Pay Teachers.
Wait a minute. I
Yeah,
get
wait a minute. I
something
get
over
money from
here.
these people. There's people buying it over here.
Yeah.
Just forgot
Nice.
about it. Oh man,
Jesus.
it's unfortunate like that though. This is a great thing. Like as a teacher, we always got to supplement our incomes, and that's just a reality.
That's what
So
we
any
do.
which
That's
way
what we're
you can
here.
do it, we gotta pay our bills too, right, Mike?
Yeah, definitely. So, thank you very much, Jose. It's been an amazing time. Again, every
Yes,
single word that you just say here in this show, it's so enlightening.
I
Really.
appreciate it, Mike. No, I appreciate it. Let me know when it comes out. Anybody wants to, I'm sure Mike will have the links in the description.
Yes.
And I'm gonna have Mike on my show again, and we're gonna do this again later on in the summer, right, Mike?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we are, and that's what we're gonna do. That's what we do. That's what we love.
Yeah.
Teachers, educators, God first.
God
That's it.
first, always, always. All right,
We
my
are here for
brothers.
that.
Always a pleasure. From my
All
heart to yours,
right.
man. I love you. Take care of yourself, all right?
You too, my brother. Have a good one.
You too, my brother. Peace.